Good morning, teacher and classmates. My name is Valesca Hidalgo, and this is my ID. And it is my pleasure to address you all and talk about the types of complements. Okay, so let's get started. As we all know, there are four types of complements, as they are subjects, verbs, objects, and adjectives. Throughout this video, I will bore the four of them and give examples, so you get to know them deeply. Here you can see the table of contents. Let's move on. It is good to know what subjects are. I can tell you all the subjects according to Borneo. It is a word or a string of words that are coherent and possess a definite structure. That being said, we also have to acknowledge that there are different types of subjects through. We have a proper noun. For instance, Isabel loves playing the guitar. Pronouns, she is the most intelligent girl. Article plus common noun, the student didn't bring the homework. A plural common noun, for example, soldiers are called to defeat the enemy. A singular common noun, they are also called abstract nouns. For example, honesty is always of great value. There are also some other types such as a numeral plus a common noun, an article plus a numeral plus a common noun, and even a clause. Whatsoever I have mentioned the most important ones. Now, it is time to talk about the subject roles. As we all know, there are just four types of subject roles. They are the doer, or individual that performs the action. The causer, an easy example, for instance, volcanoes and floods, hurricanes, and so on. The experiencer, which is that individual that has lived an interesting experience, usually human. And finally, the instrument, referring to that subject that can be manipulated. Getting all these data in our minds, it is good to know and get information about the verbs. Well, first of all, verbs are actions that are done or caused by any being, animated or inanimated. And when talking about the verbs complements, I can tell that it is all the constituents that are needed to make any construction comprehensive. They can be divided into different types, but here I am going to provide for examples. No complement, Hugo works. With infinitives, I decided to call you. With gerunds, I feel like eating a hamburger. With noun clauses, I love what you were doing. Pretty interesting it. Now, we will cover the next topic, object complements. An object can be complemented with a noun or with an adjective or even a verb. As we can see here, some examples. Her joke made them both lovely. Them is the object and love is the verb. She handed me the scissors. Me is the object, and the scissor is a noun with an article. She told him the answer of the question. Him is the object, and the answer will be a noun with an article. Hugo asked Vale to prepare him a cake. Him is the object, and a cake is the noun. It is time to talk about the adjectives complements of the verb. As we understand this, I would like to share some examples to emphasize the importance of them. The pirate buried his treasure deep. Buried is the verb, and deep is the adjective that provides additional information. He hammered the nail flat. Hammered is the verb, and flat is the adjective that give us the additional data and characteristics. His father named him Hugo. Name is the verb, and Hugo in this case would be considered as an adjective as it is a description. Larry pushed the door open. This gives us the characteristic that the door now is open and before it wasn't. Push is the verb and open is the adjective. So that's it, dear teacher. I share my reference as well. Thank you very much, dearest teacher.